Hello everyone. Look, I've worked for a university for a long time, but at the beginning of this year I was moved into a completely different role, and that's student wellbeing. If you don't know what that is, it's a job that combines all of the trauma of being a counsellor with a lot lower pay packet. That's basically it. We help students if they also help them with, like, if they need extra time on their assignments, that type of thing, how to access academic support, all that. When I was a student, we didn't have student wellbeing. As far as I know, we wouldn't have even thought to ask for it because we were living like gods. When I was a student, not only was university free, they paid us to go there. Free beer every Friday. We still complained about the beer though. Amy bitter, what the fuck? And academic support, like in my day, this would be an example. Like one of those free beer Fridays for the English department held at a rugby club on campus. During the evening, someone set off all the fire alarms. No idea who. The case has never been solved. But when the fire brigade turned up, really pissed off, and started harassing the students, our senior English tutor got up and told them they could fuck right off. And then the police came and he got arrested. And maybe that's not the best example, but that's the kind of academic support that we wanted. But now it's different, isn't it? That's not funny. University's expensive now, and the world's a different place. We've got international students that arrived after all the, arrived before all the close downs, who while they've been studying here in their sunny hermit kingdom, back home has become a military dictatorship. Or a COVID hellhole where there's no hospitals or ventilators and close members of their family are just dying. And sometimes all that they can do is just watch it on Facebook. And sometimes all that we are able to do is give them a few more days on their business ethics essay. And local students also can have many major problems that affect their study, of course, but what they don't have is the threat of immigration sending them back, if they fail a few units, to a place where people are being shot dead on the fucking street. But I can't talk about specific cases or anything at all, but it's all confidential. I'm trying to give you an idea of the sort of things that are coming through that door for someone new to student wellbeing every day. The other end of the spectrum would be something like this. A student might come in, probably a local, might say, looking for some extra time on their assignment. They might say something like, I'll say, what's going on for you, mate? Well, if I have to be honest, if I have to be honest, I just couldn't be fucked doing it. You have to be honest. Are you sure? The Taliban didn't kidnap your auntie, maybe? Yeah. No. I could have done it, I just fucking didn't. And that makes me feel good about living here in Perth in this bubble of normality, or maybe it's a bubble of unreality, I don't know, where the rest of the world's gone crazy. And when I tell people I'm doing this, I get two reactions. And I say, look, I'm basically talking to people who are crying the whole day. And one reaction I get is that legal? Andrew McDonald? That doesn't sound like you. Can you do that? And I'll say, I don't know. I'm just going to pretend until I can. And the other reaction I get, I say, look, well, I talked to 6 people today, 4 of them were weeping. The other reaction I get is, are you okay, Andrew McDonald, doing that all day? Can you do that? Are you okay? And I say, I don't know. I'm just going to have to pretend until I am. And look, I couldn't do this job without the help of all my wellbeing colleagues, some of whom are here tonight, and they've been so thoughtful and so helpful and so patient for someone who's new to this. And actually, do you mind giving these dogs a round of applause? I mean, that's just fucking magnificent. Because you've got to be a team, and you've got to support each other doing this. Because I could be sitting in front of a student and just thinking, how am I going to help this poor person? And I'll say something like, I'm just going to check a couple of these academic points out with my colleagues. And I'll go and say, he reversed over both of his cats on his way to the exam. What's he going to do? Could easily happen. If that came through the door tomorrow, none of them would turn a fucking hair, I can tell you. And they'd say, okay, no, it's all right, just get him to show some evidence, maybe vet bills or something like that. No, real. And, we'll try and get him a new exam date, that sort of thing. I think, thank you so much. But you'll notice that we have to get evidence. Students have to prove their trauma to us. You may or may not be surprised to know that sobbing and weeping is not enough. And this hasn't happened to me yet, but it will, because sometimes one of the reasons, not sometimes, often one of the reasons a student might not be able to finish an assignment is because they're thinking of taking their own life. I haven't had that yet, and it's one of the reasons I did suicide prevention training recently, a few weeks ago, is through Assist. They were fantastic, lots of other good services. It was really practical, good for the non-professional. Basically, you're doing a whole lot of role play, practicing, talking someone out of killing themselves, trying to get them to see like a patch of uncertainty between these two harsh choices of just living or dying. And I did stand up for over 10 years, but the performance of trying to convince someone not to commit suicide, and it is a performance, is much more full on than any of those stand-up gigs I ever did. And look, I don't know how it's going to go when I have to take that on for real for the first time. But if it's you that's calling that time, not sure that you want to live, I don't know, I'm just going to pretend until you do.